Hi students, let's talk about the steamboat problem. It says Mark Twain sat on the deck of a riverboat to write. As the steamboat's paddle wheel turned, a point on the paddle wheel blade moved in such a way that its distance, d, from the water's surface was a sinusoidal function of time, t. When his stopwatch read 6 seconds, the point was at its highest 20 feet above the water. So this point comes out of the water and it moves up to the top. It takes 6 seconds to get to the top and it's at its highest, which is 20 feet. So the coordinate 620. Let t be the number of seconds that have elapsed since the stopwatch started. The wheel makes a complete revolution every 16 seconds. So every 16 seconds, that's the period. The period is 16 seconds. Okay, the diameter of the wheel is 24. So if the diameter of the wheel is 24, and at this high point, the wheel is 20 feet above the water surface, that means that the wheel goes below the water surface 4 feet. So this is 4 feet below. This is -4 as a coordinate. Okay, the frequency is 1 over the period, so 1 over 16. The diameter of the wheel is 24 feet. The radius of the wheel is 12 feet. The maximum distance the point on the wheel is above the water surface is 20 feet above the surface. The phase shift, which is the time when the point reaches the highest point, the time when the point reaches the highest point is 6. So the phase shift is 6. And that's because when we plot this first point, we shift to the right 6, and that is our phase shift. The maximum distance the point on the wheel is below the water. It is 4 feet below the water, but we'll use -4 to represent that. Okay, let's see if we can't get the next high point. If it's 6 seconds to be 20 feet, 6 seconds, it took 6 seconds to be the highest height, which is 20 feet, and the revolution is every 16 seconds. Then 6 plus 16 is 22. So after 22 seconds, that point will be 20 feet above again. So now let's consider half of a revolution. If a full revolution takes 16 seconds, then half of a revolution takes 8 seconds. So if it took 6 seconds to get to the high point, plus 8 more seconds to get to the low point, then we have 8 plus 6, 14. So this coordinate is going to be 14, -4, because the paddle wheel is 4 below the surface of the water. So the surface of the water is kind of like your x-axis. So now we're going to put those 3 points on this in number 2. 2A is the high point, 620. We are skipping B. 2C is the low point, 14, -4. We're skipping D. And E is the second high point, 2220. 2220. Okay, now we will plot those 3 coordinates. So 620 would be here. 14, -4. 14, -4 is right in here. 2220. 2220. and we can draw our cosine curve. All right, there's our curve. Our next move is to write the equation. So using this format, d equals the amplitude. Before we can find the amplitude, we really need to know where the midline is. So that's 20, and the low is -4. That's -4. 20 and -4. And you can average these two. So 20 plus -4 divided by 2. 16 divided by 2 is 8. So our midline should be right here at 8. Okay, that's our midline. So now we can see that the amplitude is 12. The amplitude is 12. From -4 up to 8, that's 12 units, and from 8 up to 20, that's 12 units. So amplitude 12, we always use cosine for these. B, so B, this is 6, and this is 22. So the period is 16. Of course, we knew that. B equals 2 pi divided by the period, or B equals 2 pi divided by 16. We always reduce. B equals pi over 8. So we'll have pi over 8. And we really should have a parenthesis after the word cosine. And now our phase shift, x -6, because our graph shifted to the left 6. And our vertical shift is always where our new midline is. So our midline is up 8. Okay, we're going to rewrite that. We're going to rewrite that. In this box. So we have d equals 12 cosine pi over 8 times the quantity x -6, close, plus 8. Okay, there's the equation. I feel comfortable that you can evaluate. You can plug 8 in where the t is. Oh, whoops, t, not an x. To make it go with the problem better, we use t for time and d for distance from the ground. I feel confident you can plug 13 in for t, 19 and 26 in for t. Okay? Make sure that your calculator is in radian mode. That's huge. And you all have a great day. Bye.